Hi, so this is Devin Wakefield. I am here to present to you all the Cystic Fibrosis Research Inc. sponsored Cystic Fibrosis Retreat. This year, our theme is Zen, so it's going to be very relaxing, recharging, and rejoiceful for all of you. So I'm on the retreat committee. Again, I'm Devin Wakefield. We also have Marina, Jessica, and Eric who will be here for questions and answers at the end. But first, just a little bit about the presentation. I have a slideshow that I'm going to show and talk about. You can also ask questions on the left. There's a little QA box. Be careful, there's also a chat room. It's best to ask questions in the QA one because then we can keep track of which ones we've asked and which ones we haven't. Also, another thing to note, there's a little bit of a delay between what I say and what you all hear and see. So I'll be in sync with my presentation just about, but you guys will have like a minute and a half delay, and so if your question doesn't show up right away, that's why. And that's not a huge deal. Also, if I randomly start coughing, I have cystic fibrosis. No big deal. I think we all have some idea of what cystic fibrosis is. So without further ado, let's talk about the retreat. Like I said, it's about cystic fibrosis, and for all the friends, family, CFers, and everyone to attend. Again, this year's theme is Zen. And we want you all to be relaxed, recharged, and rejoiceful afterwards and during, of course. Beforehand, I don't know, maybe you're not so happy, but anyway, let's talk about it. So the retreat was sort of it's been designed to bring people together to share common experiences with cystic fibrosis, to feel safe and welcome, and meet new people, learn more about cystic fibrosis, find new friends, you know, all those really happy things. It's pretty much 1 week-long getaway of the outside world, and it's scary or happy or in between stuff. So every year, as you probably guessed, there is a theme, and like I said before, this year it's Zen. So all our activities and decorations are designed around that. So yeah, we just want you all, CFers and friends and family, to be around other people who get it. We want to bring you together to find new ways to cope, to find new ways to have fun. A lot of times people meet each other online nowadays, and so we also want to have some sort of avenue where you can meet in person and, you know, have a voice and a face to some username online. So you're not always talking to, I don't know, Kitty Cats 500 or something. Again, also, as you probably are aware, cystic fibrosis can be very alienating. And so this is just another way to meet new people and to feel less alone in the world. So yeah, who attends? All sorts of people. There's lots of pictures of all people who have attended in the past. A lot of these people are teen and adult CFers, so if you're 15 to 17 years of age, we would love to have you attend. If you're a teen, 15 to 17 years old, we do want you to come with a parent or guardian. All CFers are screened with sputum culture for Visa-Apatia, MRSA, Mycobacterium, or any pan-resistant bugs. This is to make everyone feel safe. We have a lot of rules that I'll go over concerning cross-infection control. I mean, it wouldn't be a really good retreat if you're constantly freaking out about dying every 2 seconds. So we do really take that seriously to keep you safe. And we'll go over that later. But other people attend, friends and family, of course. It wouldn't be a retreat without your grandma bringing you hot cocoa randomly in the morning. Although I don't know if very many grandmas come. I think my grandma came once, but that was a while ago, and I don't think I was attending it. I don't actually know. But anyway, friends and family are totally welcome. So if you have a bestie that you would want to come with you, or maybe a friend who says like awkward things about CF and you don't actually want to actually tell them everything, they can come and then they can just realize, oh, there's a lot I don't know and you're not going to die tomorrow. Or if you're like a mom and your teen wants to come and or a dad and your teen wants to come and you both come and you're like, wow, this is cool, and then your teen is like rebellious and kicks you out and comes all for the rest of the years, that's cool too, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we also have volunteers. The volunteers are very great. They help us throughout the week with all sorts of issues that we might have. They help clean, they help with decoration, they help with just administering and checking people in and out. They're also very nice, and you can talk to them if you're bored. We also have sponsors. They give us money, and so we, of course, can put on the retreat. But they also send representatives, and these representatives are really cool because sometimes they bring you free stuff. And you can also ask them if you have any questions about your medication. Like, I think one time I had a problem with my vest, and I showed it to the guy, and he was like, oh, I think you need to change your filter. And I was like, oh, oops, I always forget about that. So that they're very nice and handy. We also have speakers. These people talk about all sorts of things. In the past, we've had people talking about the gut, about cross-infection, about just disease control in general and like the public. We also have people talk about less medical sciencey things like this year we have someone coming from an adoption agency. We also have someone talking about Jinshin Jitsu, which is like a acupressure relaxation technique. It's super cool. It helps me go to sleep at night sometimes. And then, of course, we have the staff, and these are the people who run CFRI, Cystic Fibrosis Research Inc., in case I didn't say that already. And they also help organize, set up, everything. So they're also super nice and cool, and you can talk to them. So I'm sure you're all wondering, where is this wondrous place I can go to hang upside down from a tree? So it's Vallombrosa. It's in Menlo Park, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. There's a bunny in the top right, and the bunny is super cute. But other than that, there's lots of trees. It's California, so of course it's sunny. There's some clouds daring to show their face in the bottom left picture. But there's a fountain, so it's okay. So a little bit more about the location. So everyone with cystic fibrosis will have their own room. Again, this is for cross-infection control reasons, and also because I don't want to get woken up by someone coughing in the middle of the night. Just, I'm sleeping, hello. So the pictures on the right is what a room looks like. You get your own bathroom, you get your own closet, you get your own shower, toilet, sink. You get 2 beds so a friend can crash with you, and a desk to like play computer games or whatever, I guess. Let's see, what else? Okay, so on the left is a dining room. As you can see in the bottom left, we eat there. And there's lots of food 3 times a day. You just pile on the bacon, shove it in your mouth, moan with satisfaction. There's also a refrigerator and a microwave for storing and preparing medications. So you can put your DNase in the fridge, and if you do sinus rinses, you can microwave your little bottle in there. In the bottom middle, that's what the outside halls right outside the room looks like. You can sort of see a picture of someone's name tag on their door. Excuse me. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and there's Wi-Fi, of course. I just take that for granted nowadays, but I think older generations know to be wary. But anyway, so we also have a snack room. Of course, we eat a heck of a lot. Be warned, the beef jerky goes by really quickly. So yeah, get all your beef jerky, stockpile it, shove it in your mouth really quickly. We try and get a lot, though, so maybe this year we'll hold out like longer than Wednesday or something. I don't know. But there's also water, fruit, chocolate milk, chocolate. I think we also had like these. Oh, and there's donuts. I love donuts. But we also have these peanut butter filled pretzels. Those are delicious. But it kind of varies year to year. But there's, staples of donuts and beef jerky and water and coffee. Lots of people love coffee. I prefer hot chocolate personally, but there's coffee. So cross-infection control. I talked about this very briefly. But we have lots of rules, and we take them very seriously. Again, this is so you feel safe. It wouldn't be a retreat if you go somewhere to panic all the time. So we want you to feel safe. So we have a bunch of rules. Oh, whoops, sorry. I don't know how it got to the next slide. Anyway, we have a bunch of rules. First is the 3 to 6 foot rule. You don't want to get closer than 3 feet and then cough like down someone's throat. That's not good. So keep your distance from other CFers. So every time you sit in a table, make sure there's someone without cystic fibrosis next to you. That's a great rule of thumb to make sure, you're not sitting next to someone with cystic fibrosis. As you can see in the picture, we have tons of Purell, and we squirt it on everybody's hands. Sometimes we rub it on bald people's heads, but if you don't like that, we won't do that. But then you get a very shiny, clean head. Food is always served by non-cystic fibrosis people, non-CFers. This is, again, because CFers are kings and queens, and as royalty, we shouldn't have to do that grunge work. Also, it's cross-infection control. You wouldn't want a CFer coughing on your food and then giving it to you. Why did it slip? I didn't press any buttons. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. We have masks, tissues, gloves handy at all times. Everyone gets this cute little baggie. It has Purell, masks, gloves, tissues in it. You cough and spit into a tissue and put it back into the bag. You wear the mask if you feel like it. You can wear gloves too if you want. It's not required that you do this all the time, but if you want to, we totally encourage it. And then, when you're done with everything, you put it into the bag and you throw it away and you get a new one. And so that's just a great way to keep your germs to yourself. We also, like I said, have volunteers. They clean surfaces constantly. Every time you get up from a chair, they're there spraying it down with the cleaning stuff. They have wipes for wooden stuff. And then they also have this really cool, like, ultraviolet thing that's supposed to help kill germs, but we do a few different things with the wipes and the light thingy and then some other stuff. We also have Stanford Hospital really close. So if, something happens, like, I don't know, you get a bowel obstruction, say I have bad DOs and I'm constantly, drinking laxatives and running to the bathroom, but sometimes I get blocked up, and if that happens, I can just run to the ER, get 7,000 enemas, and then come right back the next day. Actually, it takes a little longer than that, but Stanford's nearby in case bad things happen. CFers aren't allowed to go into each other's rooms or socialize while you're doing a treatment. Again, you don't want to be like, hi, and then get a face full of germs when someone coughs up a mucus plug. And these rules are pretty much mandatory because we want you to feel safe. And if someone is not feeling safe, then it's not a retreat, it's a terrorizing experience. So we're not going to have a terrorizing experience. We're going to have a relaxing, recharging experience. And I think that's about it. Medical advisors, these people are here in case you need help with your treatments. So Stephanie is on the right in the Giants t-shirt. She also sometimes gives out Giants tickets. She's really cool. On the left we have Carol. She's a cool nurse too. She doesn't give out as many Giants tickets though, be warned. No, I'm kidding. She's very nice and cool and we love her. So they're there in case you want any help with treatments, if you have any questions about treatments or medications, or if something's happening and you might need help or you're not sure. They're there, they're your nurse to help. And they're also super nice, so if you just want to strike up a conversation, totally feel free. So now that we've gotten out some of the basics of what happens, here are some of the activities. So on the left, there's a picture of a memorial. We have this every year. This is to remember and honor our CF friends who've passed away. So there's usually lots of crying there, but I always like to go too because you get to hear about lots of really cool things that other CFers have done. And even though they're maybe dead or something, you could like be the next super cool CFer and do lots of fun shenanigans. So yeah, I always like going and sobbing my eyes out and then getting ideas of how I can be a cooler person. So on the top right, we also have educational presentations. I mentioned earlier that we do have speakers who come. So they give a talk about something interesting, and then they might stay for lunch so you can ask them questions and that sort of a thing. We also have daily wrap sessions, and this is a time where you can share, you know, any challenges you have, ask general questions, just process emotions or something, and maybe make some naughty jokes. So this is one of the major reasons that people keep coming to the retreat year after year, having the opportunity to talk and share and just in general hear from other CFers. So we don't just talk about feelings all the time. Sometimes we want to get up and swing a bat and hit this little ball as hard as we can. So we have baseball sometimes. That's really fun. We also have U-Jam in the top right. There's a picture there. That's sort of like dancercise. It's sort of like Zumba. Zumba, I think, is a little more known than U-Jam, but U-Jam we find like the moves are more consistent throughout different instructors, so it's a little easier for new people and older people to like get with the program, I guess. So if you've ever done U-Jam before, you're not a fish out of water. You're a fish in maybe a puddle or something right next to a lot of water. And then we also have yoga in the bottom right. Yoga is super fun, and it's super zen, of course. And some more activities. This year we're hoping to go roller skating. I think we've got it mostly set up. But roller skating is so much fun. It's super fun. I've also started roller hockey. We're not playing roller hockey this year, I'm sorry, but roller hockey is hella fun. I'm just putting that out there. We also have arts and crafts. There's a picture in the bottom left. If you really love gluing stuff together and putting glitter on it, that's a staple activity. You can get very creative and, you know, do whatever strikes your fancy. In the middle bottom, we have cupcake wars. So cupcake wars are basically, you have a really cool chef who comes, bakes a ton of cupcakes, and then we decorate them. And then the person with the best cupcake, we all vote, and you get a thumbs up, and then you get to eat your cupcake. And if you lose, you still get to eat your cupcake. So, I mean, winners don't really win very much. They just, I guess, get bragging rights. And maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so then on the right we have a talent show, which is so much fun. We have skits, random comedy routines, singing, dancing, drumming, whatever you think you're amazing at, even if you actually suck, we totally want to see you do it. So whether you're making a fool out of yourself or you're acting super cool, we'd love to see it. And yeah, that's up with activities. So now that you're desperately wanting to come, squirming inside with lots of energy to come and join us, how do you sign up? So you talk to us at CFRI. The dates this year are July 27th to August 1st, so make sure you cancel whatever you have going on then. For the week to attend, it's $85. If you just come in for like a few days, it's $15 a day. If you just come in for like a meal, that's $10. We're flexible with our pricing. Overnight room rate is $55 per night. And if you are dirt poor, we have scholarships. So there's some applications online. There's a link we'll show you. You just fill it out, send it to us, and we've already given out some scholarships already this year. We're not like super picky, I guess. I don't know. And I mentioned earlier, you cannot come if you have certain cultures. So your sputum culture, we want you to complete between June 13th and July 24th this year to be current. So schedule a doctor's appointment then, cough up some mucus, get a scholarship if you need it, and there's also an application form. So for more details, you can go to this link, www.cfri.org/teen and adult retreat.shtml. Go there. There's some more information that maybe we haven't covered. If you have more questions, do ask. You can also email us at cfri@cfri.org, or you can call 650-404-9975. And I got really excited because if you take the numbers on the dial, on the, what is it, the numpad thing, it's hog whisk with a Y. So if you can't remember 404-9975, remember hog whisk. Totally easy to remember, right? It's so relevant. And so now that we've gone over everything, whoops, sorry. If you have questions, now is the time to ask. I'm going back to the slide just so that you can see better. So Eric, Marina, Jessica, unmute yourselves and we can start answering questions, except, let's see, there's only one question asking if the presentation will start soon. And we've already gone through the presentation, so the answer is yes. So yeah, did anyone say anything in the chat or anything? Okay, no. Well, Eric, Jessica, do you have any questions? And Marina, are you there? You're still muted, it looks like.
Hey, technical difficulties there.
Okay, so we're all back online.
Listen, no questions. Just wanted to, reaffirm that, we have plenty of scholarships available to cover both the registration fees and the overnight accommodations. Really easy to apply for. So we encourage everyone to take advantage of that.
And if you don't know how to ask questions, there's this little thing on the left. It's a little blue box that says Q&A in it. So yeah, you can just click there and ask a question. There is a slight delay, so maybe that's why we don't have any questions. Let's see. Someone asks if there will be tap dancing at talent show. I don't know. If you want to come and tap dance for us, though, we would greatly appreciate it.
Have you polished off your tap shoes, Devin?
I do have tap shoes, so I can bring them too and then tap with you. I'm not below that. I totally love tap dancing. What are some common questions that people have? I think a lot of the times people ask about cross-infection because they don't want to die. But, I mean, I've been and I'm not dead yet, so there's that. I don't know if I should say more about that. I don't know.
Well, maybe, Devin and Eric, maybe if you want to each, like, say when you started coming to the retreat and what some of your favorite things are.
Okay. Eric, do you want to go first? I've already talked a lot.
Sure. Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks, Devin. That was a great presentation, and I feel like you brought up a lot of good topics. And yeah, for me, I was a little nervous about going to a retreat for the first time, and I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, and if I would fit in and that sort of thing. And But when I got there, from like the moment I got there, I felt like right at home, and yeah, it was just great to see everybody and meet new friends and meet people that I'd met online in person for the first time. And yeah, it's just like a really loving, like supporting environment. And if you feel like alone out there, like feel isolated, it's a perfect place to come and feel accepted and talk about your CF and just about anything really. You don't have to talk about CF at all. You can talk about personal problems or just have fun and make crafts and exercise and relax and eat lots of good food, and it's just a really good time to just like disconnect from normal everyday life and just have a good time.
I think when I first started coming, I was nervous too, because I think part of my nervousness was that my mom knew everyone already, so I was worried like everyone would know me, but I wouldn't know anyone, and I'd be like, hi everyone who already knows my name somehow. But other than that, I was also, I think, nervous just because I can be a little shy sometimes. I mean, maybe it doesn't sound like that all the time. I don't know. Generally, once I warm up to an environment, I can be very outgoing. But since I'd never been, I wasn't warmed up yet, and I didn't really know very many people. But I think once I, maybe found like a few good friends and then sort of expanded my social circle within the retreat community, I got more excited to come each year. And I think probably my favorite might be the memorial. I just love hearing about different people, I don't normally hear, well, I mean, a lot of people that I know about are dead, so that just makes me more excited to hear about people who are still out there and having fun with life. So, yeah. There's a lot of static. Is that me? It's not. Anyway, Jessica and Marina, you don't have CF, but you've come. Was there anything that worried you the first time you came, or anything like that?
I guess I felt the same, a little bit nervous to go to a new place and didn't really know many people, but everybody was so welcoming and everybody's so friendly. Yeah, it was just a really great experience. I don't know what I love the most. The talent show is always fun. I can't wait to see what happens this year.
I think I had the same, feelings, as the others have expressed. First time coming into a group and maybe not knowing anyone, or maybe only knowing, one person can be intimidating. But everybody is so welcoming, and just it was, so much fun that haven't missed it a year since 1999. So I think one of my favorite things is just the unstructured time. So when we're hanging out in the arts and crafts room, late at night, just talking, and kind of that bit of unstructured time is some of my favorite moments, or just hanging outside in between activities, out under the trees, talking.
Cool. So Anna Maudlin just showed up. She is tardy. Gosh.
Hi, Anna. 30 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay, it just said my microphone doesn't work.
We can.
Okay. You're a little echoey, but you're okay.
I'm in the hospital and I was getting de-access, so I kind of had to come late.
It's okay. We love you.
No enemas, please, on camera.
Yeah, I figured that was probably a bad idea.
So we were just talking about some sort of nervous or whatever you were worried about before you had come to the retreat, and just what your favorite part of the retreat is. So Anna also has CF to everyone watching, I guess, and so she's also super cool. So yeah, Anna, what's your most terrifying and most happy experiences, I guess?
My most terrifying?
Well, I guess nervous feelings before you came.
I never actually have had any nervous experiences because I've been coming for so long. I started when it was camp when I was little, like 9. And then, so I've always come. And then best experiences are probably the support groups. And I heard Jessica say the time after. I would definitely say like the late night combos and stuff. And those are good times. This is really weird. Hello?
Hello, hi, sorry. Randy Weiss asked what. Could you give us more information, Randy? I'm not sure what you're asking what about. There is a delay, I should point out, between what we say and what the viewers see, just so you know.
So
yeah.
So Randy's asking what is the age distribution of the retreat, and all ages from teenagers on up to 50 plus. So I would say people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, teenagers.
I think most people are in their 30s about, would you say? Like 20s and 30s or so. But we do have a bunch of 40-year-olds. I don't know.
I would say that there's a couple really young ones, like 18, 17, 18, just like 1 or 2, and then it goes kind of up to 20 something, and then 30, and then, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for your question, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah. I guess another question I get sometimes is just general cross-infection ones. Sometimes people are very concerned and they want reassurance or something. And then Eric, since you two also have CF, were there any, Anna, since I know you've been coming for a while, maybe you never did, but was there any cross-infection fears that you had, and was there anything that you saw that we did that helped you feel more at ease and safe when you started to come?
Yeah, I had some concerns, and I felt like the staff was really attentive to make sure everybody was using Purell or wiping down chairs after people were sitting them, and they have adequate space in the the room that we do the wrap sessions in, for people with CF to be separated at least 6 feet. They'll have someone without CF in between them. And if someone is coughing a lot and they're not covering their mouth or something like that, a volunteer or a staff member will offer them a Kleenex and maybe let them know, like, hey, you're coughing, you need to cover your cough, and maybe suggest they leave, clear up their coughing and stuff. So I feel like if there's any concerns that people have, they can address them with the CFRI staff or volunteers, and the issues will be addressed. And yeah, so I've always felt like really safe, and yeah, it's been really good.
Well, I also, one of the reasons that I do come is because I do feel safe. And after transplant, I think it was like 8 months after transplant that I came back. And I was able to, wear a mask and sit by the door. And I felt very comfortable, even though I still was immunosuppressed, or I still am, but more so. And I just had to be extra careful. And, it's nice that the non-CFers serve us, and we sit, you can sit wherever you feel comfortable, whether it's one person away, or you could sit further away if you wanted to, or whatever. So I always feel, even with the transplant and pre-transplant, feel very comfortable. We do a lot of stuff outside too, which helps, especially the exercise and stuff like that. So if there's coughing, that's outside. Yeah.
I know for myself, when I first came, let's see, I think I was sort of worried. Like, I kind of grew up in the newer generation where there was a lot of, I guess, a lot more concern and just about cross-infection in general. And for me, I didn't really trust very many people. So when I asked, could I maybe have a little bit more room, and I just sort of poked, like the first time I came, I didn't come the whole time. I just poked my head in for a day, and then people were very, okay, yeah, you're nervous, we get it, we'll give you some more space. And I think that helped me, warm up to the space and feel more safe myself. And I'm also totally in love with the little baggies with the tissues and the masks. I think that whoever thought that up needs like a Nobel Prize. I love those things. And the general super availability of Purell is also something I really like. I just constantly slather it on. And I think those pretty much made me super comfortable.
So I see a question. Can I address it?
Yeah, go for it.
So the question was, wow, Anna's been going to retreat for 9 years. Could you share a little history about the retreat? And where did it go?
I put it.
And what value do you believe it brings to the community? Well, actually, I've been going since I was 9, and I'm going to be 33, so that is a long time. I'm not a math major. I don't know, what is that, 20-something years? So it started out as a, oh goodness. It started, oh no, oh there. It started out as a actual camp for kids, and as cross-infection guidelines changed and the community progressed, it changed into what it is today, which is the CF Teen and Adult Retreat. So I think Jessica's probably has more of an idea when that started. I think I was about somewhere between 16 and 20 or something when that change happened. I don't know, Jessica, do you want to speak to that?
I started coming in 1999, and at that point it was a teen and adult retreat. So I think
so I think that was like right when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so then it that's like what, 15 years now, something like that. Yeah, because that's how long I've been out of high school. So yeah, and now we're just a happy little family. And we want more family members to come and join us.
We want to adopt everybody.
Yeah. It makes me laugh. I just have to say this because I keep smiling and making funny faces because I'm looking at everybody's pictures and everyone looks so like serious.
Well, I'm still having the presentation up. I can put it to
It's a
my
serious
pretty
business.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
wait,
so
where's my
pretty.
camera?
Where are you?
Okay, there's me now if you like my face. Anyway. I don't know if people want to see the thing, the for more details thing. I don't know if people, but you can probably we'll post more, and just go to CFRI.org. Everything's there somewhere. Yeah. And I see my pretty face. Anything else people want to talk about? And one thing, if you want to talk about just transplant issues, because I know we keep windows open generally for people, but you probably know better than I do since you have a transplant what you feel comfortable with about.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, I don't really do anything different than anybody else. Like sometimes the transplant people sit on one side so that we're kind of more distant from the coughing. But other than that, I just do everything the same. I don't know if that helps at all.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm just trying to think of more things that people will want to hear about. I don't know. There's not too many people watching, so I guess who knows?
How many people are watching?
I see 2 viewers, and I think Mary's one of them. Oh, I should hit done on this question. So, yeah. I mean, it's okay. Everyone will get to see this video later if you passed out in the middle or something. Yeah. I think we went over all the important details, though, and again, if you have questions, email us, CFRI@CFRI.org, and I don't know, call Hog Whisk.
Or check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, we're definitely on Facebook, too. Ask us
And
questions.
register.
Register early.
Yeah. Register fast.
And did you talk about scholarships?
Do it now.
Yes. We did go over scholarships. I said we already accepted some people. I think it was 3, right? But send in your scholarships, your applications. There's a little application form that you send in with your sputum culture. I don't think we said that. But it's all online. Go to the retreat page. Email us if you're having trouble. And we'll see you at the end of July and early August. And we'll have fun.
Oh yeah, we should talk about submitting a sputum culture. That's really important. When is that?
Okay.
When do we have to get that in by?
Right, so that was, here, I'll share the screen again. But it was June
13th.
Yeah. June 13th to July 24th. So that's more than a month. I know for a lot of people it can be hard to get to your clinic, and traveling is an expense we unfortunately can't help you with right now. But cough up that mucus, send it in, hitchhike over or something. I don't know if people still hitchhike. Is that a thing people do?
No.
You can ride in the wheel well of an airplane, whatever you gotta do.
Rob a bank. We'll help you with that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, sputum cultures are totally important if you have CF. And we also have someone coming from Australia this year, I think. So come for the accents.
Come for the accents. We have accents, but we just don't think we have accents.
Yeah, that's true. We have the coolest accent. People tell me I kind of have a Valley Girl accent. I think that's hilarious.
Have you heard of vocal fry?
Vocal pride? No.
Vocal fry.
Oh, vocal fry? No, I don't think so.
That's what it's called. Just Google that.
Okay, I'll have to do that. Is there anything else that people want to talk about?
Hmm.
I think we covered it.
Okay, well, I guess.
Oh, are we gonna do another one of these soon, or?
Oh, that's right. We had that written down. Shoot, where is it? We're going to do one. Was it June 14th?
July,
Oh, July.
June. No, you're right. June.
June 7th?
Really?
June
June 7th at noon?
Right.
June 14th. June 14th.
At noon. Okay. And that will be more informal, more Q&A. So you better be there to ask us questions, or we'll just sit here awkwardly. Um, but yeah, it'll be a great time for you to ask questions. We've all been there. We're all on the committee. We all, have seen it happen. Why is my screen black? Shouldn't it have the... Oh, there we go. It's my face again. I took off my jacket. I was warm. But yeah, come, watch, ask questions. It'll be a lot more informal, so... Yeah.
All right. Good job, everybody.
Woo. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
See you next time.